Sunday, friends. And just like that, guys, it is already August. But I do want to take the time to close out our budget for the month of July. So let's go on back to the second half so we can take a look at how we did. Let's see. Okay. So for the second half of July, this is not the right one still. We had an expected income of $1,818, which we did receive, $1,818.90. And then, friends, we also ended up pulling from several of our sinking funds. We pulled from fun, $37. We pulled from our car maintenance, $80. And from self-care, we pulled a total of $488. And you'll see why we pulled that money in just a minute. So expenses were the same. We expected our expenses to come to a total of $944. We were pretty close. They actually came to $928.75, which is awesome. Anytime that's under, that's great. Coming over to our variable spending, we have budgeted $150 for gas, $400 for food, $50 for self-care, $50 for fun. We didn't budget anything else for the dog. We usually don't need to once we pick up what he needs at the beginning of the month. We had budgeted $50 for household and $15 for miscellaneous. Now, gas-wise, we did end up going over. For food, you know the struggle there. We were over by $45, which is actually not too bad, so it wasn't horrible. We did better than we did the first half of the month. Self-care, so we budgeted for $50, but we actually spent $538. So friends, that is where that $488 came in from sinking funds. And so I didn't budget for that at the beginning of the month. Honestly, I just wasn't thinking, but that was back to school shopping. So that's where that $488 went, and we had saved plenty for that, so you know that was fine. Let's see, fun, we budgeted $50, we actually spent $87, and so we had to pull $37 from our sinking fund to cover that extra that we went over. We didn't spend anything extra on the dog. Sorry, friends, my air conditioning is cutting on. Let's see, that's probably loud. And then household, we only spent $29, and then we went over a little bit in miscellaneous, and we spent $21. I bet it was probably for coffee, but honestly, I'm not sure now. So our variable spending, we had budgeted for $715. We actually spent $1,320, of which that overage all came out of our, that's what it is. I just remembered. I'm so goofy, guys. So we spent $200 on gas, and it wasn't because of traveling more. I'm looking at our sinking funds that I pulled in. It was because we needed an oil change. So that makes sense. So we got an oil change. I was thinking, okay, I didn't think we had gone over gas-wise, but we didn't. It was oil change, so that's where that extra came from that got added there. Okay, so now that I've figured all that out, if I had just looked at my tracking, I could have looked at it exactly. So, all right, now, so remember I said we are going to start stuffing our variable spending envelopes again. So we had budgeted $20 for that, and I did add that. And then I think I just didn't record that this time around, but I will try to start adding those in. And then far as savings, we added to our minis, which received $50. Christmas also received $50. So really Christmas received $100, because for the month of July, all of our minis were dedicated to Christmas. All right, and then the other holidays, we saved $30. Coffee received $9, and our 52-week challenge, which we pull out of our variable spending each week, ended up getting a total of $10 for the second half of the month. So friends, that we had $155.15 going into these extra savings. 149 went, so we had $615 left in the bank, and I like to zero it out, and so I transfer that last $6.15 over to our savings so that we were ready to go for the month of August, which again, friends, I can't believe it's August. So, yeah. So we ended up pulling a total of $605 from our sinking funds for fun, clothes, and supplies, and car maintenance, or oil change. So, not too bad. So then moving on to the very end of this. So here's all our categories. So our total earned income for the month end was $5,275.50. Other income, $4.94, came from a little refund we received. We pulled $605 from our savings, which gave us a total monthly inflow of $5,885.44. So that's what we were working with for the month of July. Let's see. Any of these areas where you see parentheses are where we went over. So food-wise, for the month, we went over by $186. So we're really focused on that this time around, and I'll let you see how we did this week in just a minute. Let's see, fun, we went over by $35.63, which we pulled that extra from sinking funds. Let's see, anything else? Savings was great. So we had a lot more we got to add to savings than planned. We had budgeted for $639 to go to savings. We actually saved $836, which was an increase of $197. So that's awesome. Self-care, we know why we went over there, which I already told you all. And let's see, any other biggies? No. So other than that, other than those categories, that is it. Everything else was about what we budgeted for, which was great, friends. So then let's go ahead and grab my wallet. And I'm going to grab I know you all haven't seen this one on the channel in a while. Usually I just do this one on my own, the 52-week roll and save. So we're on week 31. And it is, I usually date these for the Saturday. So that would be the 3rd. Alright. Now, moving on. And I don't have, always something. I don't have my dice. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so there we go. Hopefully you can see that. And let's see what we're sacrificing today. Just $2. So, let me grab a marker. Let's do one that's a little bit brighter. So $2 it is for this week. And I'll grab that out of there in just a minute. There we go. I really like this challenge, friends. This is from Tracy Monster Savings on Etsy. So I'll probably do this one again next year or something like it. Alright, so and we'll pull that $2. So gas wise, we don't need to do anything with, because remember that's cashless, it's in the bank. Food wise, we have nothing remaining, which is not a big shocker. However, friends, we did not go over this week, so I'm happy about that. Alright, self-care, we don't have anything in. Let's see, the dog though, we do have some we can take away, so I'm going to take that $2 from him. And then we have $7 left that I'm going to put to the side that we'll be able to add to another challenge. Alright, household. Household, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to set that to the side as well. Let's see. Nothing else in miscellaneous. So that's it there. So then, friends, in the back, I have what we're stuffing today. So we have 150, 220, 30, 40, and 5. So we only need to add to self-care and to groceries. And groceries is going to get 170 again. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and take that and add that to that folder. Goodness, that envelope. And then self-care is going to get the 75. So let's add that. So then that is it, friends. In my wallet, we had left over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. So that is awesome that we get to add, and I'll probably save this to add to our minis so we can finish off these Christmas minis, friends, so we can start saving for some of our other challenges. All right, so thanks so much for budgeting with me today, friends, and I hope you have a great week.